Hey guys, I wanted to tell you I'm offering a free weight loss virtual Bible study. Now is the perfect time to focus on understanding true hunger and fullness and learn what the Bible has to say about it. All you have to do is go to chantelrayway.com/Bible study. After you sign up, you'll receive a 6-week Bible study video that you can watch on your own, or you can get a small group of people and do it together. That's chantelrayway.com/Bible study for your free 6-week Bible study course. One of the things I've realized is that there's so many chemicals in laundry detergent and the soaps out there. So I either make it myself, it's actually pretty easy, or I use my green fills. If you go to chantelrayway.com/soap, I'll give you my free recipe for laundry soap. Or if you just feel like buying one that's really clean and not filled with tons of chemicals, you can get it there, chantelrayway.com/soap. Hey guys, I'm on my way home from being on national TV talking about intermittent fasting, and I'm answering the question, does intermittent fasting help you lose weight? Maybe you guys have tried intermittent fasting and lost some weight, but now you might just be stuck in a rut where you're not losing as much as you want. Well, I've interviewed over 1,000 thin eaters, and I've learned that intermittent fasting is just one of the tools they use. But there's so many more. There's 9 other principles that they use to stay thin. To get out of your rut, click here to watch this free video. Hey guys, thank you so much for being with us today. And today I have Julie Michelson with us. She is going to be talking about how intermittent fasting can help with your autoimmune issues. So Julie, welcome. Tell listeners a little bit about yourself.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. So I got into the wellness world through my own journey with rheumatoid arthritis. After a decade of health decline, I finally stopped listening to my doctors and started to make some changes. And through diet and mindfulness, exercise routine, lowering my toxicity level, I have completely reversed my autoimmune symptoms, and I'm living a full, amazing life.
So tell listeners what was some of the changes that you made in your diet, and talk about what is your intermittent fasting schedule. So when do you eat? What kind of time frames do you eat? And what do you eat in that window?
Absolutely. So the first thing I did was change what I ate. So before I found intermittent fasting, my diet changes. I went from gluten-free to grain-free. And then I learned how to find out what my body, was reactive to. And so currently, my ideal diet is completely grain-free, dairy-free. I avoid legumes, and I can't do nightshades, and I don't do sugar. So really, all of the inflammatory foods, plus some that are unique to me. And I experiment. I'm very experimental. So I experimented again with my eating window. And my optimal eating window is probably 4 to 6 hours a day. So I kind of alternate. I do listen to my body. So some days I do have a late lunch at about 2:33, and I'll eat an early dinner. Other days I just eat one big meal, and it's loads of veggies, a really good amount of healthy fats, and a small amount of clean protein.
So kind of talk us through, tell us what you ate yesterday. What does yesterday look like for you?
So yesterday I had one meal. So yesterday was a very early dinner of a plate full of veggies. I had roast veggies, I had some sauteed greens, and then I had some clean grass-fed beef with avocado and lots of good olive oil. And that keeps me really happy. I feel great today.
So do you ever have a day where you're just because there's days where you're just like, that's it, I don't care. I'm having a piece of, grain-free bread, or I'm having maybe not even grain-free bread, but maybe you say I'm going to have a piece of gluten-free bread, or I'm just going to have a little bit of cheese, or I'm going to have a potato. Like, do you ever just go, screw it, I'm going to go for it, and then feel terrible the next day? Or you just go, nope, I've made the decision that I'm going to feel so terrible if I eat this. It's just not worth it.
So I certainly won't, I won't say I never have the thought, but I always weigh the consequences. So I will on occasion have a piece of gluten-free bread. And when I say on occasion, it's like twice a year. Like it's really infrequent. And if I am thoughtful and I'm not eating a loaf, I'm totally fine the next day. But I can never ever do gluten. And I never do dairy. So the things that have bigger consequences for me, I literally always avoid.
Hey guys, one of the things that will take your weight loss to the next level is coaching. You can either work one-on-one with me or one of our certified private coaches. If you'd like, you can schedule your free call. It's a 10-minute strategy call just to see if coaching is going to really take you to the next level. The other thing is listening to the audiobook. Listening to the audiobook and getting the video course that I've done, people are seeing dramatic results. If you just listen to the audiobook 30 minutes a day over and over and over again and get the video course, go to chantelrayway.com and check out the video course. You won't be sorry you did. Hey guys, I want to tell you about a great product that you absolutely cannot live without, and it's called Digest Aid. When you're stressed, you might not be able to produce as much stomach acid. And if you're eating a little more right now and you're stressed, you need help to digest your food. My Digest Aid that I created has enzymes that are capable of doing just that. It has both betaine HCl, not just HCl, but an enzyme pepsin that helps your body digest your food, which is really unique. And right now, all of our products are 30% off. Go to chantelrayway.com, click on store, and get yours for 30% off. Just use the promo code PODCAST. I don't know about you guys, but I've been doing a ton of cooking lately, and I've been having so many new recipes. Go to chantelrayway.com/free recipes to get the best kale dressing recipe you'll ever have, the dairy-free artichoke dip that you will love for completely free. I also want to give you my entire free smoothie book that has the best smoothies. One of the things that can help you lose weight is just to replace one of your meals with an amazing smoothie. So if you're eating 2 meals, just make one of them a smoothie. You can get my free amazing recipe book at chantelrayway.com/free recipe. And our protein shakes are amazing as well. And right now they're 30% off. Go to chantelrayway.com, click on store, and use podcast for the 30% off your protein shake. And so as far as, have you seen people try this, and be able to reverse it? Have you been able to help other people, not just yourself, to be able to do this as well? And like things like psoriasis or...
Yes, psoriasis is a biggie that people are shocked they can get rid of after a lifetime. I work with clients. I'm a health coach. I work with clients on this. This is my passion. And I see it time and time again with experimentation and investigation, autoimmune symptoms reverse. It is amazing.
So do you have any recipes that you say, like, here's some things where, so you don't feel bad. So you go, okay, I don't feel bad, when I eat this, but this tastes amazing. So I don't feel guilty, eating this because I know I'm going to feel great, but you just can, have this and feel like you're not deprived.
I honestly, after years of eating this way, one thing I find, and I watch it with my clients as well, is the cleaner we eat, our taste buds change and food becomes delicious. Real food becomes delicious. So I never feel deprived. I really don't. But as far as like treats or things like that, I love dark chocolate. Just a little piece of dark chocolate is yummy. But I will, for family dinners, special occasions, I will make some, grain-free goodies for everybody. And people usually don't know that they're as healthy as they are.
Awesome. So what are the things that you would say as far as elimination? So besides, for you, you do gluten-free, grain-free, dairy-free, nightshades, and no sugar. Do you eat eggs? And have you seen other people not do well with eggs? And that's something they need to remove. And how are you kind of saying to them, are you saying, let's just do an elimination diet? Are you taking a test to see if that needs to be taken out? What are you doing when you're coaching people?
Great question. We are all unique. So there are definitely foods that are inflammatory for everybody, whether they realize it or not, the things like gluten and sugar. And yeah, eggs is a great example, especially with autoimmune, anyone with an autoimmune issue. Eggs is pretty high on the list as far as numbers of people who have a sensitivity. And in my practice, we use elimination diet. I'm an autoimmune paleo coach. And so not everybody does the same elimination diet. We do, but on the autoimmune protocol, eggs is definitely something you would eliminate, as are nuts and coffee. So it's a lot more intense than some of the other elimination diets, but just numbers of people have those sensitivities. And then sometimes the sensitivities are seemingly healthy foods, like certain vegetables you're eating. I mean, it is that individual. It can take a little longer to identify. But once we identify it and eliminate the food, it is amazing how our bodies can heal.
So besides when you are wanting something sweet, besides dark chocolate, what else would you say you're like, if I want something sweet, this is kind of my go-to?
I love berries. Berries have become like a dessert, and if I'm going to have something that has sugar in it, like fruit, I'll have some fat with it so I don't get a sugar spike. But what I've found after years on a low carb diet is it's very rare that I crave sweets. I just really don't. They're just, it's nice to have some fresh fruit sometimes.
Mm. And so what do you think, because do you think it's kind of like sugar begat sugar begat sugar? So once you've eliminated that sugar out of your diet, then you've gotten to that point where you go, you know what, I'm not craving it anymore because I've removed it.
Absolutely. And I do find sometimes Thanksgiving is a great example. As I said, I do make grain-free, yummy desserts for my family. And I will find that if I partake, that what I call the sugar dragon wakes back up. And so I might actually crave sugar for a few days after I have it. So it really is kind of this cyclical, the less you have, the less you crave, the more you have, the more you crave.
Now, what about fruit? Do you try to keep with berries and kind of lower glycemic fruits? Or do you kind of say, whatever fruit I'm craving, I'm eating it?
I try to be mindful. I do definitely mostly stick to berries. I won't deprive myself, if there's something that's a little higher in sugar. I may go ahead and eat it, but as I said, then I would add in the fat, and it certainly wouldn't be a staple in my diet. It would be a one-time treat.
Awesome. Well, tell listeners where they can find you and where they can follow you.
So the best place to find me is my website, which is juliemichelson.com, and there's no A in Michelson. Also, Julie Michelson Coaching on Facebook and julie.michelson on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, you guys stay with us. We'll be back in just a little bit. Bye-bye.